All kids, buckle up.
Yeah. I honestly don't give a shit about
music
that, unless I'm in the front.
Get into a car.
You guys always wear your seatbelts.
Next to first.
It's not safe.
Told you you should have buckled up, asshole.
Dumbass. And I go by, I'm like out of the window, so fuck you. Did he slick back his hair?
Hate that.
It's amazing. Oh my god.
This is Andrew Connecticut. That is Mitch. And these are three stooges. How are you?
Yeah, in my hand.
Not really Casper.
Fucking small. Fucking car, fucking
It is not my fault my shoulders are this big.
Oh, I said that loud.
My car is great, guys, right?
It is my
amazing.
fault that I'm this bad.
Oh, awesome.
Actually, it's my
Friggin'
fault.
awesome.
I guess working out does do this to me.
Working out. Yeah.
Thank you, Mitch.
I was like, I didn't realize this car could do that.
Alright, Nick, calm down.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either. It's freaking 89. It's older than Mitch.
It's a 2015 Oldsmobile, right?
With a tape deck.
Did you hear, man? Retro's coming back. I mean,
Even like those, I wouldn't say modern, but like some of the other cars still have the goddamn, wheel.
Yeah, I was really surprised, man.
So
Yeah.
like,
So I feel
so
fancy.
this is good.
Did it have a car phone too?
Oh god, that would be great. I would love that.
Hilarious to have a car phone. It didn't work. Now that we have your snacks and everything, can we just get to Deanna's?
Can we talk about my snacks first?
What?
What?
My snacks. I got 2 VC cups, 1 Twix, and a Gatorade.
that is randomly specific for snacks.
It is.
You didn't get us anything?
Nope.
Bastard.
Dick.
Oh, God. Alright. So, we're going to do B-dubs, which I'm glad you're actually here for, John, because last time we had to cut that in. That was horrible.
Hey, according to Deanna, she's top notch at her editing skills, so I'm gonna take her for her word for it. I think it's gonna be done good.
Alright. I don't know.
Just ain't the same.
Yeah. So, yeah, so we still need to do a guest star for John's Dojo. Nick, what do you think?
We already established we can't get.
Yeah, we can't get Deanna. She's
Deanna.
working on a project.
How about Mitch? Take her?
How Mitch?
Maybe. Real quick. Hey, guys, left at the light, right?
Huh?
Left at the
No,
light?
go straight.
just
No,
straight.
go straight. Yeah.
Alright,
Says I look like a Smurf, that's why I'm in the middle. Because I'm short and bald. Dude.
that's true. You are short and bald.
He's going to murder you.
And you are looking a little green right now. You okay?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm not the best backseat driver in the world. I get a little nauseous. Maybe because I'm canned up like a sardine here. I don't know.
We're almost there, John.
Do I have to be prepared to jump out of the car at any point?
No, as long as you hold my hair when I'm puking, I'm fine with that.
All right.
He's got your hair in his back pocket anyway. Alright,
Was that a? Never mind. I won't say it.
Yeah, so we have some interesting things for B-dubs, like the NBA MVP race. Like, what do you have in mind for doing for your podcast, Ted?
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe talking about Daredevil. It's about it.
The series that's coming to Netflix.
Yeah, it's already on.
Awesome. Thank you, Mitch. I can breathe.
Wow.
Badass over here.
I know, right? You gotta get the other bag.
Endorsement a lot. Yeah. What about the pole?
It's awesome doing nothing.
I got it. Door.
Alright. That's how old the car.
What?
Got manually locked.
I remember when we first started the podcast, it was some rinky ass little dink thing in Ted's basement. I'm really impressed. I mean, now we're doing it at Deanna's location. It's really, really went above and beyond that I even imagined that we would go to. Like I said, start off in Ted's basement to Deanna's house, moving on up and doing good things with this eclectic group of people right here. There you go. You got Mitch over there who's trying to best his kung fu acting skills. You got Ted right there, you know, the leader of the podcast. Look at him trying to think he's all cool and stuff. And you got Nick, the black man, who's just happy to be here. Look at him, thinking he's so cool. Clearly I'm the star of the show with this Hollywood good looks and stuff.
Hi,
Hi.
Setting up this boom mic. She needs a little bit more tape, apparently.
Why did they
I don't
create
have
this?
Yeah, I mean,
This is more complicated than it probably should be.
I am doing the mixer
James?
and also
Come here.
starting the audio
Please.
program that we used to record.
So this is calculating
What's the
win
microphones?
shares in the NBA. Can you explain how the math works?
Could
over
you
here?
just give us layman terms?
Lovely fiance Jamie. She occasionally might be a special guest on the podcast here and there. I know she's definitely going to be a special guest on my upcoming podcast series called John's Dojo. It's going to be a once-a-month podcast series, which we'll talk for an hour. She'll be a special guest. Say hi to the camera.
Hi.
Nobody else likes her.
So when did you start the podcast?
I started the podcast about 2 years ago, a little bit over.
Did you think it would go this far? Like it would last this long?
I didn't know. I started as a fun thing and kind of evolved into this and what we see right here.
Is 0.92. So it's 0.92 times.
Tell me about when you first started.
When I first started, that was like a year or two ago. So like,
That's offense.
I didn't honestly know much about podcasts. I didn't really listen to podcasts or anything like that. So when Ted explained to me like about what a podcast was, and he brought me over to listen, and I watched and stuff like that. Then we came up with the idea of me and John and a couple other individuals to do a show about the sports side of it on a podcast. So that's pretty much how that was born. I was doing.
So did you start
Yes.
it for fun?
Um,
Or did you think it would last this long?
I wasn't sure how long it was going to last, or what it was going to be honest. But like, shut up.
You have no faith in us.
I didn't know what it was. This is the beginning. I'm giving my raw thoughts.
What do you aspire with this? What do you want from it?
0.92.
If you're taking it more seriously.
I just want to make it a living,
when they show the
be able to do it all the time.
Or to relate it to like radio, like things like broadcasting and things of that nature. I kind of related also to like the television shows that I see, like on ESPN or things like that. That's how I kind of related to it.
So do you want to take this further? Like you serious about?
Absolutely. Yeah, I would love to see this go a lot further. I could imagine us like having our own studio. That's like one of the main goals that we have.
So you have high hopes.
Yeah, we have high hopes. We want to go in that direction. We're trying to take the proper steps to go in that direction to be able to build. So we're reformatting the show actually.
The reformatting is basically, we went onto YouTube and we saw that there has to be a 15-minute time limit for free director stuff.
Yeah,
Basically,
they'll charge you after the 15 minutes.
Yeah,
basically.
unless you have a certain number of viewers to each video. So we decided everything that we usually do is about 15 minutes anyway. So if we cut it down into actual shows like that, cut out a lot of the fluff,
Yeah.
we'd be able to monetize it and get everyone what they deserve, basically the pay that they deserve for giving their time. It also gives us a way to edit everything down as well before we go off on tangents for 2.5 hours.
To give you a better product, basically.
Yeah, it's just to boil it down to something better.
Yeah. The breakdowns actually help us out in that effect as well. So, like, we can make the show better for other listeners, and, you know, it's not as long, so it's not dragged out or anything like that. So, this kind of helps in many aspects to help us make the show better, or multitude of shows better.
It also allows everyone to express their creative muscles a little bit better because everyone's got their own shows to do.
What do you like about the podcast now?
First mixer.
Oh, this was our first mixer. Look at this. This brings me back. But what? I'm sorry. Come again. I got nostalgia for a minute.
What do you like about the podcast now?
What do I like about the podcast now? I like it how Ted can give us like free reign to say what we want sometimes. Of course, we have to peel back because, you know, he does have an outline of what he wants us to say, but I like how we can improv, you know, how I can say some of my jokes in it, whether some of them are ahead. I usually tell if my joke goes over really well. I can tell if Mitch is laughing. If I can get a really good laugh response out of Mitch, I'm like, all right, I know that was really good. But if I can hear his half, I was like, I'm like, all right, I definitely not. A joke definitely wasn't worth telling. That's how you usually tell. But yeah, he gives us.
That's the second time I heard it this week.
Yeah, he gives us free reign to improv and do whatever we want, and, you know, he's open about different ideas, you know. If it wasn't for him, there wouldn't have been a Sportscast Prime or now B-Dubs. I mean, he was able to get that out the door and help us with that, and without him now, there wouldn't have been a John's Dojo and these other, you know, like the gaming with Mitch.
We used to have an anime corner where we just talked about anime, general Japanese things, Asian-related activities, movies, shows, games, and videos. But now I'm going to be starting a gaming thing where once a month, probably in the beginning, I get a collected list of everybody's favorite games coming out in the upcoming month, and then I go over it, a few details, basic summary, and pretty much just present that. And also, I'm going to be having a gaming challenge thing where using my capture card and Ted's, we're going to give out individual challenges and just have fun with that. Should be pretty fun.
What do you like about the podcast?
It's fun. I really enjoy hanging out with my friends. It's giving me chances to do things that I normally would never do. For example, perform live, be on video. Stuff I'm not really comfortable with. But using this podcast, I'm able to go over certain barriers and just jump out of my shell, I guess.
What did you think about the podcast when it first started and compared to like now?
It was interesting. My first podcast was in our break room. It was Ted, Joe, Najla, and myself around the square table just talking in the break room. Pretty funny. But it's definitely evolved to a lot more. We have a lot more equipment. We've been doing different things. It's expanded. And I pretty much like the direction it's going in right now. It's pretty cool.
The podcast is awesome. I remember Ted coming to me with the idea, I believe at Cole's, about doing Left for Ted, and it was really cool. I remember the first day, like, it was yesterday, I was actually phoning for my first time. And
Oh yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, and it was like
we had a lot of phone ones.
Yeah, it was you, Ryan, Dave when he was still on the podcast, and Ted, and I really enjoyed it. Adam, and I really enjoyed it. It was fun. I mean,
we also had one where it was Ted, myself, and Ryan, and we recorded over the game. No gameplay, just audio. Absolutely weird. It was fun though, Ted. Yeah, it was fun.
I really like it. I mean, I consider these guys family now. Since, like, how long have we been doing this, Ted?
3 years maybe? 2 years?
A little bit over 2 years.
A little bit over 2 years. I consider these guys like family now. It's great. I don't know. It's just, I get upset when Mitch over here doesn't come over sometimes when he has a case of, as Ted likes to put, the responsibilities. But it's fun. Like, I love every single one of these guys, and these guys probably are going to be the best men of my wedding, because include them in. So I've had fun, you know. some people maybe look at it that maybe we haven't gotten anywhere, but I think we've come leaps and bounds from when I remember first starting the podcast to
Oh yeah, definitely.
to now.
A lot farther.
I'm not sure.
No, this is the long one.
Oh.
This one's actually supposed to go to John.
And then,
Hey Nick.
Yeah.
I have an idea. Since we're doing an episode on the NBA MVP, after I'm done counting to the number 3, first name that pops into your head as your MVP, okay?
All right.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Allen
Jordan
Houston.
Crawford. Oh, it's going to be a good episode today. Today we actually got an interesting topic that we're going to talk about. Since the NBA season is coming to a drastic close, actually, is it this week or is it next week that it's, or, yes, this coming week or the week after we're going to,
yeah.
So since the playoffs are starting, we decided maybe we should do an NBA MVP preview or who we feel is our MVP. In our opinion, what's our definition of an MVP? Because I think we might have similar ones, but we might have varying degrees. And you had an interesting theory on who you think is going to win, but who you really want to win. So let's just cut to the bullshit right now. Who's your MVP?
Who I want or who is?
Yeah, why not? Let's go for it.
Who is the MVP? I think is going to be Stephen Curry. And who I want to be the MVP, I would say James Harden. And the reasons why I would say Stephen Curry is because I just think league-wide, I think he's just a favorite player to like. I don't know why.
So you think the popular vote's going to get it?
I think it's a popular thing. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why people don't like James Harden as much as Stephen Curry. I couldn't tell you why. If you would have any ideas, let me know. But I think a lot of people favor him because like his notoriety that he's been getting, the commercials he's been in, and he's
a likable guy.
And he's a likable person. Yeah, he's a likable person, and his style of basketball, it seems a bit more exciting, I guess, than James Harden's is.
More
maybe.
team-oriented,
More
you think?
team-oriented, maybe, because it's more about like him bringing his team to another level.
To me, with judging with an MVP, it's like when you think of an NBA season in general, what's the first thing that's going to pop into your head? Like, perfect example, last year it was Kevin Durant going crazy, so, he won the MVP, so that's my opinion on, alright, so he won the MVP. Like, this year, there's 2 things that pop into my head when it comes to this NBA season. One of them is, wow, this is the first time I feel since like I was born in 1986 that we're not talking about LeBron James and the MVP discussion. Like he's in it, but like I don't feel he's a serious candidate like he's been for it just seems like forever.
Every year.
But like the first name that pops in my mind though, with all joking aside, is James Harden. And the reason that I feel James Harden is my MVP is because, like, numbers aside, averaging 27 points and 6 assists and 5 rebounds. But besides that, if you look at the record with the Houston Rockets right now, they have 53 wins.
Yeah.
Can you name the second best player on that team?
Well, I had a fun podcast. It was good. Huh?
Did a good job, Nick.
I know, it was really fun. I really enjoyed it,
It was good.
So much to talk about, but so little
I like
time.
the
It was fun.
I like the boom thing. What's that? Is it called the boom?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
Boom
cool.
mic.
Is that like just a makeshift thing that you made or?
Well, usually it looks a lot better than that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You should get like a
It's probably a little lighter. But
No, that's
I mean,
actually
it
better
was
than
light.
boom
It's just
mic.
that
it's lighter than the boom.
VM was jabbing to my side.
Yeah.
Because my legs were getting a little bit I was getting tired of standing.
We gotta put what do you call it, like a padding on it. So, yeah.
I know, you look kind of uncomfortable there with that, bitch, like just holding
I
it.
couldn't tell because like you were in my peripheral.
At one point I was
Like,
one-handed,
looking
so I was
this
like,
Hey guys.
Guys, you done with the podcast yet? Turn it off. We're done.
Just need to get people to watch. So watch.
That's